Okay, now we will gonna work on JavaScript. So let's just quickly go over JavaScript file and let's start from here. Let me make some space. So the first thing that we have to do here, as you can see, if I directly remove this and if I go here and add the car, you see we got the result here. So the first thing that we have to work on is when someone click on that pop-up will show with this image, whatever here, doesn't matter, but it should be image. If the error will come, it won't gonna let you click and open any pop-up. It will only pop up when the file will be successfully uploaded. So for that, in this case, it will be clickable and it will open using pop-up. So first I have to remove this default one which I just created for showing you the result. It should be empty, and now we will gonna say dot result. We cannot say result item on result item click because it will be a dynamically producing item, so we cannot directly use that, as you probably know about dynamic DOM. So we will gonna use on click. This is used for dynamic element, and we will gonna say which thing will click. We will gonna say in result when result item image will click, here it is click, do this function, and here we will gonna say create a variable called image and take this dot enter src. So what we are doing, whenever the image will be clicked, it will take the source of that image and put it into the image variable. The second thing that we will have to do is to get the container, and we will gonna say find in container find img image. There is only one image inside the container, so it will capture that image, and we will gonna say enter. Again we are using enter, but this time we are not getting value, we are putting the value src, and the next would be img. So what it will do, it will take the image from result item image and take it into the variable and put that variable into the container image, so it will be inside that image. This is the first thing. The second thing that we will have to do here, whenever it will click, we will have to main the container which we created for our drag and drop and uploading system. It will simply get hide because we do not need that. So it is useless to actually style it or manage it rather than just hide it, because we do not need that for that time. We will gonna say show. That dark would be show up because by default we will gonna hide dark as well as the pop-up. Obviously it's a pretty understood thing. And we will also gonna show up crop main just like dark. Okay, and the other thing that we have to do, as soon as the crop will show up, what we will gonna do, we will gonna create two variables, with, and we will gonna get the container image with, as I mentioned, to adjust the container according to the image, and height, just simply copy this one, height. So we will get the actual height and width of our image. And then what we will gonna say, we will gonna say container width would be W and container height would be H according to the image. So it will adjust according to the image. And one more thing that we have to do, we will gonna say crop main dot width would also be W. Height doesn't matter. So that's it for result. Let me show you now. First, wait, let me make it display none for by default, as well as crop main display none, so it will work accurately. Now if I select a file like any of these, now it's selected. Wait, oh, we made a mistake, spelling mistake. Crop main, refresh again. Perfect. Let me close this so you can see. Great, isn't it? You see, now container adjust according to the image. Let me get another image. Right now this button is not working, neither this button nor this. It will be draggable. When we click this, it will be close the thing. When we will click, it will perform the main function. So we will gonna create all these things in a moment. So just bear with me right now. If I refresh, let me capture this time nature image, car image, as well as one with the different invalid type. So you will see the invalid type directly showed as error. No clicking, nothing. This is like that. Oh, why did I click that? Now I have to manually remove it again and open this one. Okay. If I click now this one, you see the container adjusts according to the image. Image is not adjusting because we need the actual image size to crop it. So that's the thing. Now just let's back to the JavaScript, work on few more elements. The first thing that we will have to work here now is the close button. Actually it is the span, but we are just saying button because apparently it looks like a button. Function, in here we will gonna say simply opposite of that thing. Main would be show up, dark would be hide, and crop main would be hide. That's all. And one more thing, whenever person close the box, the cropping box should get on the default position and default size, because the person could simply resize it or put it somewhere else on the screen, so make it crop. So whenever it close, box should get on the same position where it was on by default. So we will simply gonna say CSS. In CSS we will gonna say top 0, left 0, width. You probably remember width was 200 by default. We set it. Height was also 200 pixel by default. Yeah, that's all I guess. And now we have to make the box work according to the drag system, according to Jquery UI library. So we will gonna say crop box. It is the Jquery UI library functions resizable. I guess I misspelled. This is the function, and inside we will gonna say containment would be parent. So it will be inside the parent. It will resizable inside the parent, not extend outside the parent. And this time we will gonna say draggable. Containment parent. We do not want it to drag outside the parent. So that's for crop box, and we have to make sure that we included the UI library here. Yes, we have it here. Okay, so in the next thing we will have to work on save crop, but first I will show you, and I will also gonna make sure by myself that whether it is working or not. Yes, it is working perfectly. So for instance, if a user come here and just capture the dark area, user can resize it as well. For instance, user wanted to capture this area, he's just for instance click and then go back and come here. You see the box also get on the same position where we define by default. So if user come here, just capture this car and save it. This work is the most important work, and we are just gonna write the JavaScript for that, and in next video we're gonna write the PHP for that. So just start it. Come here, and here we will gonna say save crop. Yeah, I guess save crop. The action will perform as soon as that button will click. So what we are going to do, we are gonna get the dimensions and save it into the variables and pass this variable. The first variable we will gonna say crop box top. So what exactly the top of this crop box? We will gonna say parse to make it integer, and we will gonna put, let me simply copy this thing because we will have to write it many times. Just copy crop box, paste it here. Yeah, now it's okay. Crop box dot position, why I always misspell things, and top. That's it. Copy this one, paste here. We will gonna say position left, and here we will gonna say left as well. We are gonna get 4 variables: top position, left position, height, and width. So let me again copy both of them, paste over here, and this time we're gonna say width. For short, just say W, and height, just short say H. We're gonna say width, we're gonna say height. So we have made the variables. Now we have to make these variables fixed, so it won't be a, the decimal value. Copy all these and paste it 4 times. Left, width, height, and all the system will perform inside this function exposure. Now we have done this, and we have to capture the URL of image. We will gonna say img URL container find, again the same thing which we done early, find image dot attr src. Perfect. So it will also get the URL of the current image. Now the main thing, what we have to do, we have to use the post Ajax Jquery post, and probably you're all familiar with that because this is the advanced course. And if you are not, then let me just brief you. The first parameter, it takes 3 parameters. The first parameter is the URL of the file, like xhr request. We are gonna create the file crop.php. Right now we haven't created it. The second parameter is the data that we wanna parse, and the third will be the callbacks function. In data, we are gonna parse 5 variables. So let's just pause it. We're gonna say crop x, just for instance, crop x, and it will be crop box, x would be left, crop y, it would be crop box top, crop width, crop box w, crop height, crop box. You can use whatever name you want. I'm just making it smaller so I can easily use it. And the last thing that we have to use is the img name. For short, we can say imgn, and it will be, wait, not name, it is URL. So we're gonna say img URL is equals to img URL. That's it. That's all we have to do. We're gonna work here console.log just for keeping eye on the result. So we're gonna work on that later as soon as we will create our PHP file. So that's it for now. We're gonna come in next lecture and we will gonna create the PHP file which we give the name here crop.php. So stay tuned. Bye bye for now.